What up, guys? It's your brother Joe here, and welcome to my F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. We are now at Singapore, and I'll tell you this much, Singapore in the daytime never fails to look weird to me. So if you haven't seen the previous installment in Monza yet, I urge you to go and check that out before coming back to check this part out. There will be spoilers from this point onwards. So as a quick side note as well, all of the My Team career modes up until the end of Season 3 were recorded before the F1 performance patch comes in, where Ferrari get caught with their illegal engine and have it massively downtuned. So I'm afraid you're going to have to wait for Season 4 to see what happens to Ferrari. Dirty cheating. Anyway, welcome to Singapore. After the win in Monza last time out, I am hyped, I am ready to go. This championship fight is back on, and I am not going to make it easy for my rivals. I am going all out here, starting with a good Singapore performance, and qualifying, that's not the worst place we could have started off. We are starting in P3 for the Singapore Grand Prix. It's a long race, anything can happen, but I am confident we can get a good result out of this.
Against the spectacular backdrop of the Singapore skyline, Formula One returns once again to do battle in what tends to become something of an endurance race, with the notorious sauna-like temperatures in the cockpit making for an extremely physically challenging Grand Prix. It's a 3.1 mile lap here at the Marina Bay Street circuit with 47% taken at full throttle. It's hot, humid and bumpy around the 13 lefts and the 10 rights of mostly slow corners, but we should see speeds of up to 200 miles per hour along the Raffles Boulevard. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's talk about Old Timer. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Oldtimer, Sainz, Antoine Hubert, and Vettel, Leclerc, Ocon, Albon, and Daniel Kvyat, Stroll, Hamilton, Lando Norris, and Magnussen, Ricciardo, Gasly, Sergio Perez, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Grosjean, Raikkonen, Russell, and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
In the dead of night, in the Singapore city, we are ready to go racing. It is lights out and away we go. And we have made a massive jump on that start. That is beautiful as we go into turn 1 and take the race lead of the Singapore Grand Prix. That is the best way to start this race. Starting from P3 and cutting through the middle to take the lead. Verstappen, Bottas swarming all over my rear as I have a mild speech impediment that should probably be looked at later. But Bottas and Verstappen are swarming on my rear with Sainz and Hubert 4th and 5th. They're quite occupied racing themselves as we now come on to lap 2. I'm holding the lead but only just on Verstappen, and I'm starting to cause perhaps a little bit of a train behind me here, so I need to keep pushing and I need to make sure that these guys do not get past. I don't want to lose this lead. It's a good place to be in, and I'm not sure starting on the soft tyres was the best idea around here. Like with Hungary, I feel like I may have made a mistake. But meanwhile, Verstappen is now coming down my inside. I've given him a little bit of space down the inside, but I think he's hit me and gone round. We're going to see a replay of that very shortly. But here we go then. I give him the width of a car to go down the inside. He didn't really take it. And then he appears to understeer into me there. So he's got the inside line, but then he just sort of half hearts it. And then backs out. And, well, whatever happened there is a mystery to me. But I don't think that was my fault. But we're now defending on Valtteri Bottas, who made contact there. That was my fault. But we're now going down the inside and with a little bit of naughty track extending there, we are holding on to this lead. But at this point, I am hanging on to it for dear life because these tyres have gone. And in fact, I nearly missed the pit lane as we come in for the first of 2 stops here. And I think Esteban Ocon takes the lead, and I think he's 1-stopping, so he's going to be in a very good position later on in this race to score some very decent points if he can hold on to it. Meanwhile, we need to just get in and out and pass as many as we can that are on the 1-stopper, and we've actually screwed over our teammate there. I am so sorry, Antoine. I did not mean to ruin your race. We're now back out in P12, and Vettel is dead ahead. So I think he pitted the lap before and has got a massive undercut on everybody there. So that's a little bit cheeky from Vettel, because I think he was running around 5th at that point. So that's an extraordinary undercut that he's managed to make. We're going to have to try and pass him back, because this is for the effective lead of the race. So we are going to have to pass him on circuit, and that Ferrari is looking very quick because it hasn't had its illegal engine caught yet. Ocon sets the fastest lap of the race. What is happening here? What is happening? Somebody tell me. Right, we have now caught up to Latifi with Vettel right in behind him. And you know what? That is slowing him down nicely for us to try and move up the inside to take the lead, effective lead off Vettel. And he's given me very little room there to do it on the inside. Contact made. I'm surprised at how little room he left me. You can shove that Grazie Ragazzi up your arse. Right, round the outside of him we go then to take the lead of the race, or the effective race lead, once we get past all the 1-stoppers and the guys that haven't pitted yet. I nearly clatter into Latifi there. That would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? But now we're going up the inside of him. In fact, we have made slight contact with Latifi. And crucially, Vettel did not follow us through, but I think he's going to have a dive bomb up the inside of the first corner. Whether he gets Latifi or not, he actually didn't, so that's quite crucial for us, because it means we can start spreading a gap. We get past George Russell, not cleanly in the slightest, but we've got him, and now he can start holding Vettel back for us. And the key thing is to try and pull out on Vettel as much as we can. We've got about 2 seconds, so that's a good start, but we need to keep pushing. And we need to just make sure that we've got a decent gap. Carlos Sainz, meanwhile, running in 3rd. He's having the race of his life here, beating both the Mercedes drivers. It just reminds me of the intro of Portimao all over again. Right, race leader into the pits now as we are making our 2nd stop. And we are dropping out of the lead. But we're now making a 2nd stop for medium. So we're going to be on some pretty fast, competitive tyres in a circuit like this. It's crucial to have those tyres. We're now just behind a Racing Point and what I think are the 2 Alpha Tauris. So Gasly and Kvyat just ahead of us now. So we've got some hard work and overtaking to do, but we managed to keep ahead of both the Haas cars, which is a bit of a blessing in itself. Right, first stop then, Daniel Kvyat. We haven't really had too much wheel-to-wheel racing to do this race, so now we've got to fight for this. Now we've got to work for it. In fact, our first move is going to come at the hands of Kvyat. We've gone up the inside there. Kvyat's not allowing it. He's had a better exit. But we're now confined to the outside here. And I'm going to have to try and make it work around the outside of Daniel Kvyat. That's a spectacular move. I have to see that again. Just watch this. This is incredible. Bravery around Singapore at the highest there. And Kvyat, well, he gave me more, his AI gave me more room than I think IRL he would have given anybody as the torpedo. But that's a good move. That's a good move. Right, next up is Pierre Gasly, who we take with relative ease, moving up yet another place. Okay, who is next? It is Stroll and Ocon. I think Stroll may need to pit again, but I know for a fact that Esteban Ocon doesn't. So like I said, he's in a very good position. But we have set the fastest lap now, and we are hunting down that Renault for the win. We are hunting him down. So we got to keep pushing because he should be relatively easy to catch, and in a few short laps we are right with him. And we are going to have to make an overtake on him. This has to be done on the circuit. And given that it's Esteban Ocon, we don't want to make too much of a dog's dinner of this. We just want to get through. Making contact there, though, at the tight bit of the circuit. I'm just waiting for the DRS zone. We should be able to blast past with that. We're tucking in behind him now. I wonder, are we going to get this done on the run down to the first corner? We are having a look down the inside, but it was a half-hearted look. And that is exactly what happened with Verstappen. We sort of made a half-hearted look, backed out of it, and then still went for it. And that ends with us in the wall, ends with us with damage. And Ocon now carrying on the race lead. That is embarrassing to have made that mistake there. What was I thinking? Now we're wheel to wheel with Sebastian Vettel for second. Vettel keeping his wheel in it there, but we've just about kept ourselves going there. And we are still in P2. Vettel definitely kept himself in that one. And now he's going to try the move I did on Kvyat on me, but I shut that one down so fast. I shut that one down faster than COVID shut the entire country down. Right, now we're still racing and we're creating a train because we have that damage. Vettel now up my inside. He's banging wheels with us. I'm trying to keep Vettel behind me, but it's not going to be easy. Vettel using his illegal engine to try and go around the outside of me and getting past me on the straight. Illegal engine used to affect there on acceleration as he gets past me. And I demonstrate absolutely no salt in that fact whatsoever. Now we've got to fend off Kvyat and Magnussen. And we're just about hanging on to a podium after what was quite easily going after a win. After the big mistake we made. Now we're just about hanging on to third. This race has gone tits up for us here as Vettel making a pit stop. What's that all about? I'm not sure there. Kvyat's now going up my inside to try and take second from me. And he's gone a little bit wide there, almost forcing me off the circuit. I hang on to that, and I hang on to second. But Kvyat is clearly after that, and Ocon is just gone at this point. And I am trying to nurse a very damaged car to the end of the race. Kvyat has now moved up into second place. I'm going to try and cover that around the outside, but Kvyat's battered me off. And now Magnussen is up into third, and the next car alongside is Giovinazzi. But straight away, that gets shut down. He's having another look, trying to hold it out around the outside, but eventually Giovinazzi just having to back off on that one. My tyres are going off. The car is absolutely fudged. And I'm just holding on to dear life for fourth place now. I've got a red front wing one side, and I've had a couple of impacts with the barrier that has made the other side compromised. So it's about trying to nurse this damaged, broken car to the end. And would you look at that? Esteban Ocon has won a Formula 1 Grand Prix. Hamilton is now going for fourth on us though. This is the real battle towards the end. Hamilton trying to go down the inside, almost cutting the corner in doing so. I'm forced wide, and as I rejoin, Hamilton makes contact with me. He takes damage himself, and now we're just trying to nurse this car to the finish. Going slow as you like round the last corner, trying not to lose a position. Hamilton drops back, and somehow we hold on to fourth.
It's never easy to make it across the finish line here in Singapore, but they've done so with some style here today to take a remarkable victory. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, Crofty, this was won through an abundance of speed and an abundance of skillful overtakes. Inside, outside, cutting underneath, we saw it all today. And it's really nice to see a Grand Prix won in that manner. A race, surely, that will satisfy the purists today, I think.
Once again, it's podium time, and once again, it's a clear win for Renault. Renault have seen their fair share of success in Formula 1, and today is proof that they've still got what it takes to thrill us all. Congratulations to everyone on the team.
Sometimes it's just not your day, and unfortunately for us today was one of those occasions. We managed to take P4 though. I'm still feeling very stupid about that half-hearted dive bomb I made up the inside of Ocon. Like I said, it was shades of the beginning of the race when Verstappen did it, where he sort of half backed out and then went for it, clipped me and went round. I did the same to Ocon there, and as a result, cost myself what could be crucial championship points, but we held on to 4th just about, which is the main thing. But look at that podium. Ocon, Kvyat, Magnussen. You just would not have predicted that, would you? Extraordinary scenes here. Hamilton, Sainz, Bottas, Giovinazzi, Leclerc and Albon rounding out the points. So we still finish ahead of our main championship rivals, and the gap is now 7 points to Valtteri Bottas. So not the best way to go about this race. Well, I'm going to leave you with the highlights reel. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more career mode content, and in fact, more YouTube content from myself. It is pretty good. Also, check out all the stuff I've done with Jake, Snake, Strossler, Linz, etc. All kinds of people that have been amazing. But until the next video, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and I'll see you all very soon.